just talking about running sales, having to continually run sales just to get sales, okay? And I feel like there's nothing wrong with running sales, right? You want to use sales and promotions to get as many sales as you can, but you got to use them strategically. You got to use them strategically, and you don't want to use them too much. I feel like, and this is going to be specifically in reference to just selling on eBay, right? Because, yeah, you can use coupons and things like that on Amazon. Walmart, I really haven't seen anything on there that allows you to do the sale thing or coupon thing for that matter. So this definitely wouldn't be in reference to those two. So this would be specifically in reference to eBay, running sales on eBay. I feel like a lot of people, a lot of sellers, they use sales more as a crutch, right? And not in a strategic business-like manner to say, I have a product that's in demand that the customer wants, and here and there, I am going to use sales to drive even more traffic, maybe at strategic points, to boost those sales or to boost that product or to boost awareness of that product or whatever it may be. But if you look at the majority of people that talk about using sales, okay, a lot of people will say, oh, you mark your item above market value, then you run a fake sale to make it seem like it's a deal for the customer. However, I think that one, you are disrespecting the customer's intelligence, because most consumers are smart enough to know the difference between a good deal and a contrived deal, I guess, if you want to say it that way, right? An artificial deal. People aren't stupid. And yeah, you might get that occasional buyer here and there that kind of falls for it and might think it's a deal and actually buy your product, but for the most part, they're not going to. So what do you have when that happens, right? You have slow sales. Here's the thing though, if you gotta keep running sales for your items to sell, then one, you either have substandard products, or two, which is most likely the case, and this could be in conjunction with that, you probably overpricing your items, okay? So you need to bring your prices down to market value if you actually want to get the sale. And look, by no means am I saying don't use sales and promotions on eBay and coupons and things like that. For sure, definitely use them. But I think that you need to start thinking more strategically about how you are going to tactically implement sales, promotions, and coupons, and not just run them because you're not getting sales. Because if you're not getting any, if your sales are really, really slow, really, really bad, or almost non-existent, without you running a promotion, then something is wrong with your store, with the products that you're selling and providing to the customer. And that is basically that's the consumer talking back to you. That's what you got to realize, is that consumers speak. And how do they speak? They speak by not buying. They don't purchase. If they don't like your item, or if they don't think that your item is a good deal compared to other items like it in the market, they're going to let you know that by not buying it. And so this is the thing that I think a lot of resellers don't do, is they don't listen to that consumer feedback. You don't listen to that consumer feedback by asking yourself, okay, well, number one, if these items are not that much in demand, I do need to get rid of these and start sourcing more in-demand products, number one. And number two, what's going on with my pricing? Like, you can't just charge what you want to charge and think that the consumer is going to pay that. You have to actually charge what the market demands that you charge. And if that's not a price that's okay with you, then you need to source other types of items. Like, you can't just say, oh, well, I think this is worth $50 if it's only worth 20. And then you think that you're going to price it at 70 and run a fake sale and charge 50 and think the consumer's going to be dumb enough to buy that. No, it's going to sit there, man. It's probably going to sit there forever. And then you're going to, like, you get these offers and stuff, and you don't want to accept the offers. And then finally you just accept the offer for the 2025 that it was worth in the first place. And so, try to look more at sales as a tool, sales and coupons as a tool that you can strategically use to grow your business, not as something that it's not a deception, right? You don't want to try to be deceptive with it. And it's definitely not something you want to overuse, because if you find yourself, again, having to overuse it, then you have some issues. And the issue is not the consumer. The issue is not the platform, i.e. eBay. The issue is more likely something that starts with you and the products that you're selling, probably, or the way that you're pricing. It's something in your business that's the issue. And that's what you need to figure out as far as that goes. And then that takes me to just the whole price tanking thing, right? And where do you get price tanking from? Well, there's a lot of reasons, but one of the things that I think leads to price tanking is the fact that most people don't know what they're doing. Most people have no idea what they're doing in this business, man. And it doesn't even take a rocket scientist to figure that part out. All you got to do is just watch people, watch these channels and go through the groups and listen. Look, I know sometimes some sellers, especially bigger sellers, will, maybe like tank the price to get rid of the competition. But that really don't happen all that often. Or maybe somebody come in who had a lot of one product and they kind of undersell the market. But that's few and far. When you start seeing multiple sellers tanking the price on something, that just is a symptom to let you know that these people don't know what they're doing, man. They ain't all in cahoots, right? I feel like, look, if you make a bad buy, like me, if I make a bad buy, I'll definitely try to get rid of it faster by undercutting people, or I'll just kind of take it and bundle it up and sell it all off and just get rid of it. Like, that's been kind of like my main way to get rid of bad buys is, all right, it's been a few months, this ain't moving. I'm going to try to bundle it up. I don't even care. Like, I'm going to try to get as much as I can for it, right? I'm not about to like just keep selling it for, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, undercutting the market and tanking the price and all like that, because like there's sweat equity to go into that, right? Material costs, time costs. So why would I even do that in the first place? You gotta, and this is something that I struggle with myself, right? I've struggled with in the past, is just being patient enough to wait for the sale. Look, here's the thing. If you want something that sells fast, then you have to source those type of items. I mean, if you understand what it is that you're sourcing, right? Understand the products that you're sourcing, then that should help you, that should influence your behavior as a seller as far as your expectations on how long you might have to wait for a sale. And this is bad buys aside, right? Bad buys aside. If you source something that has a very high sell-through, then you good. But if you source something that doesn't, you need to understand that and be willing to wait for that. Don't just come in and mess up the whole market, man. I don't know what's going on with some of these people. And it's not just eBay. It's all platforms, right? It's all platforms. Only one I don't really see it on that much is Walmart. And that's because it ain't oversaturated yet. I mean, it's Amazon. Everybody already know about Amazon and how that go. But I mean, as far as the categories I sell in on Walmart, it ain't super oversaturated. And so you don't really see that price taking like that over there, which is a good thing, which is a really good thing. And I hope it stays that way for a very long time to come, man. But like on eBay and Amazon, and I don't know about Poshmark because I don't sell on Poshmark, but on those two, eBay and Amazon, the price tankers is in full effect. Like on Amazon, if you got a repricer, which most sellers do, right? Why would you set your repricer to underbid a penny or however much to get the buy box? Like, why would you? Here's the thing where I'm talking about where people don't even think, okay? If you in within, I think it's 5%? 5% of the buy box or something like that, right? Amazon's going to rotate the buy box. Now, yeah, a listing can go from 5 sellers to 30 sellers, just like that. And it sucks. It really do suck. But the answer is not to keep undercutting each other until an item that's selling for $30 and making you $10 profit is selling for $10 and making you and getting you a loss, right? That's not the answer, man. That's not the answer. At least match the buy box price, or just set your repricer to be within that 5% range of the buy box, and eventually Amazon will rotate you out, and you'll get some sales in there. And if it's just a bad buy, it's a bad buy. Try to get rid of it and move on and call it a day. But most people ain't doing that, right? And so this is the nonsensical aspect of it. So if you're running sales, try to start thinking about how you're running sales, how you going about that. Don't run fake sales. That's stupid. That's stupid. It's a waste of time and effort. Why would you go in, set a price higher just to run a sale to make it lower, to make it seem like a deal? That's ridiculous, okay? It makes no types of business sense whatsoever. Price your item at market value. Use sales strategically to drive traffic to that item, to your store at specific times and intervals, okay? Anything else, don't even worry about it. Coupons. Use coupons. You can use the coupons and the newsletters and things like that, especially when it comes to customer loyalty, people who bought from you, your followers and things like that. That's fine and dandy. But if you can't drive traffic and get sales without running this sale, then you need to reevaluate your business. You need to look at your products and ask yourself, what are you doing wrong, and fix that, okay?